So, sorry, but what are your most viral short videos?
This is a leading question. You already know the answer to this.
Yeah,
I'll answer. Yes. The most viral short videos that we've made are usually in a workshop format. There's a whiteboard and there's a heated topic that really riles people up emotionally. And you can actually be on either side of the argument and still feel like you're still right. So the logo pricing one is the most high producing video we've ever made.
But, and correct me if I'm wrong, most of the underlying subject matter and themes is how you value yourself.
Yes, that's the underlying thing.
Yeah.
Because money, what you charge is an extension of how you see yourself in terms of your value.
So to me, that was one of the first places I would start, is underlying themes of how you value yourself, is interacting with people in a way that determines how much do they charge for their value of their time. It doesn't necessarily be that literal, but along the lines of what you've seen in terms of that interaction in that seminar type environment. Because it's just interacting with other people and breaking down this misconception of kind of like how people perceive themselves, how they perceive value, how they perceive pricing, how they perceive charging, which again, all comes down to one fundamental thing, is like, how do you kind of value yourself? So it could be, you know, I don't know if you've seen Caleb Simpson. He does Man on the Street, but he asks people how much they charge for rent and then asks them to do like a home tour. So just one idea is like, how much do you charge an hour? And like getting into like, well, why do you only charge that? And kind of, you want to have this paradigm shift. And you see this happen with Simon Squibb. And like, he has the biggest, like kind of easy universal one. And we would need to think through, what is that universal? Is like, what is your dream?
Yeah.
Like everybody has a dream. Not everybody kind of charges by the hour, but kind of that concept of like, how do we ask a question that gets to the underlying thing of how they value themselves? And then through that, you can coach them through that experience to have that mindset shift.
Okay. I think I can try that.
Yeah.
So if I do that video and it does well, you'll know the source of it was right here on this episode.
We're going to work together on it then. I want to make sure this thing works.
He's like,
if I'm going to be held accountable for the success, I want to work with you on this.
There's a lot of steps, Drigo. You're just reading slightly below the layer there. He's saying, I don't trust you enough to do this.
No, I don't want to be on the line for...
No, I was just giving you credit. I was saying if it works, it's going to be Brendan. I was going to say if it doesn't
it's going to work. It's going to work.
It's going to work. Okay, so where can this go wrong? And let's work on that.
There's a few areas it can go wrong. Number one, it relies heavily on the person that you're interacting with and the reactions of that person. So if you are interacting with somebody, you need to have that, and this is a big part of kind of the way that we're thinking about, there needs to be that aha light bulb moment. And you need to be able to capture that aha light bulb moment, because if you don't, it's just going to fall flat. Number two is it has to have that generalist principle, universal appeal of getting down to something. And I'm not saying that you would do this, but like, how much would you charge me to design a logo versus, you know, what is your hourly rate? Or like, I want to hire you, how much are you going to charge me for an hour type conversation? Yeah. But a lot of it is really choosing the right person, that personality, and capturing that aha light bulb moment.
I imagine that to be just an issue of tonnage. You got to go through a bunch of people, and then that's the one.
That's the reason I didn't like it. It's because my personality. I'm not extroverted. So like just going up to a bunch of random people, like for Simon, you know his personality. Like he's primed for that. Like if you can do Man on the Street, like there is a massive amount of potential with it. It's just like you said, like I think he goes through like 60 people and he gets like 2 or 3 clips out of it.
Yeah.
From a personality standpoint, it just takes a toll on you if you don't have the right personality structure for it.
Okay. That's too much extroverted energy for you?
Yeah.
All right. Let's try it right here. Hey, excuse me. Can you tell me how much you charge an hour?
Why are you asking me that? Why should I tell you?
I'm trying to figure out what people charge because I'd like to hire you.
Hire me for what?
Whatever it is that you do. Why are you being such a difficult prick is what I want to know.
But see, well, hold on a second.
Yeah,
this is another part. Tension is another part of it.
He's doing this on purpose?
Yes.
Okay.
I charge $25 an hour.
And what do you do for $25 an hour?
I do graphic design.
Anything specific?
I design websites.
Okay. So why not $50 an hour or why not $10 an hour? How'd you arrive at 25?
I think it's probably too much for people to pay for my experience.
And do you have evidence that had led you to this conclusion?
No.
So what are you basing your beliefs on?
Honestly, I don't know.
What if I told you there are a lot of people who are just like you, who are charging 10 times more than you and happily doing it with happy customers? How would you respond to that?
I would ask, how do I do that?
Great. Let's have a conversation.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. That's the episode. That's going to get 4 views.
But the important thing is, I want to point out tension is a big thing.
Yes.
Like you will see, like we saw this with Alex Stempel when we did some work with him, like sometimes he would put a rejection in before somebody that stops. So you'll put in like somebody says, no, I don't want to talk. And then it goes into the success part of it.
I like those. In fact, when I look at Simon's Instagram account, I see that some of the more popular videos are when they turn him down. Because I think it's just riling up a lot of emotions. There's one video where he offered $10,000 to pay a woman to stop vaping. She thinks about it and she goes, no, I don't want it. And it was incredible. Like, what are you doing? Take the money.
Yeah.
I mean, not vape for a day or two.
And he does it with books too. Like I'll pay you.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because again, it just goes back to the tension part of it. We don't want something that's monotone or flat. There needs to be some unpredictability about it. And again, a lot of this stuff happens on a subconscious level, and automatically with Man on the Street, there is this initial subconscious, like what is going to happen? What is going to happen? That hooks people in.